Still working on the speech. My door does that sometimes. Hey everyone! I just finished off my week of classes, even though it was kind of a short week because we had fall break and then I had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday classes, but it's pretty good. I'm excited for this weekend. Tomorrow I have my Gold Award ceremony. Still working on the speech. My door does that sometimes, but I'm still working on the speech for it. I know it's tomorrow, but I just don't quite understand. I don't quite know how to put all the gratitude I have out into words. It's just so hard, but I'm working on it, gonna get it done. Nearly done. Okay. So this one is about the, recently on my social media accounts, my Instagram, my personal Instagram, my type 1 diabetes Instagram, and the type 1 diabetic support group Type Everyone Facebook page. I recently asked people to ask me questions about diabetes and my life, and I have 4 questions to answer. It's kind of good that I only had 4 questions because a lot of these I could really go to depth. So my cousin Sydney asks, how was my mental health affected by my diagnosis? Kind of horribly, actually. It wasn't until last year I really started to have better mental health. Of course, diabetes still plays a role with it. Diabetes and life in general is really hard. Like today, for instance, my blood sugar has been running like a minimum of 250, and I've been taking insulin, drinking water, doing my exercise by walking to classes and whatnot, and it just nothing seems to work. And sometimes you just have days like that, and those days are really hard because you feel like, man, I'm doing everything I need to do, but I still can't get a grip. And just that added pressure of like trying to stay healthy and make sure that nothing affects you in the future so you can have a healthy family. And then on top of college, it's just really hard. It takes a lot sometimes for me to be like, it's worth it to take care of myself, because especially after running on highs all day, it's not fun. I can do another video on that if you guys would like my emotions and type 1 diabetes and how I've made it to where I am now. My old friend, she graduated from Corinth as well. Her name is Jessie. She asked if anyone gets mad at me for injecting in public or site changing in public. And I've actually gotten a couple mixed reactions. Some people told me that it was unladylike to inject in public, and then some people are like, what are you doing? I had a site change, I think I want to say 2 years ago, after doing a fundraiser for band. I was with my friend Eric and my friend Jordan, and we were at Chick-fil-A, and they were both watching me. They were like, and I was changing my site. So of course I was changing my pump, so I use this as like my little ring holder, but I had one of these, and then if I can reach behind my phone, I had this. So I was like in the process of taking the insulin out, so I was like this and they were all like this, and some lady came up to us and she was like, oh my gosh, are you guys nursing students? And I was like, no, I'm just diabetic. But so yeah, no one's really gotten upset with me, so to speak, but I have gotten a few people a little uncomfortable. But my favorite thing, sometimes I forget that I have it in visible places. Like right now I have it on my tummy. You guys can even see it in the camera frame, but it's so it's less visible now. But with my, here, let me stand up. So my ripped jeans, you can see my CGM. It's like, and then like there's my, so it's kind of evident if you're really looking. When people do see that, a lot of the times, I've gotten a lot of parents come up to me and be like, oh my god, my kid has type 1, so do you. And I love getting that. I love talking about diabetes, and like people shouldn't be afraid to ask, because there are a lot of people that are okay with, like, you know, that's our way of spreading awareness. And you know, There are a couple people that would be like, you can get away from me, because I did try to approach one girl my freshman year, and she was like, but it's fine. We're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, one time I was in McDonald's, and I was with Pepin actually, and we were about to sit down, and then I see this guy run over, like with his kid, like he's holding it up in the air. He's like, show her, and I'm like, and the little boy lifted up his tummy, and I was like, me too, I have one too. It's fine, you're gonna be so alright. And I want more of that, because when you show the younger generation, they grow up normalizing it, and then when you get to like freshman year, like I did, it's not as scary, you know, because you're like, oh, okay, like I've learned about this in school, I know about this, I can tackle it right away. So my sister Tiffany asked, what is my fave low pick-me-up or my fave low snack? I don't know, actually. I think recently I was on Reddit before I moved here to like see what other diabetics use that is fast acting and is good tasting. So I know, I hope my endocrinologist doesn't watch this, but I know that sugar like candy spikes it and like then you drop and crash sometimes. But and I need something sweet and yummy. I turn to that. I turn to Airheads. So there's that. Or more so recently, Little Bite. But I do keep my peanut butter crackers and juice handy. Don't worry. But those are probably my favorite. That and French fries. I don't know what it is about lows and potatoes with me. I mentioned this in my other video. Go check it out. But I always crave potatoes. I don't know why, I do. And then Lori from my Type Everyone page on Instagram, give that a little look-see. She asks how I handle high blood sugars. Based on today, apparently not well all the time, but that's okay. Keep getting better. What I usually do is I try to take insulin, I drink water, I like to force myself to go to the gym. I've done that a couple times. I don't always do that, but I have a couple times. Sometimes Pepin and I will take Callie to the park. I don't really have like one way. I think it's mostly like what I can really do in the moment. And I know I shouldn't do that. I should like kind of put my health first rather than what I'm doing in the moment. But like with the hectic lifestyle of college, it's like, okay, what can I do right now? So I kind of like, depending on how like high my blood sugar is, it's kind of like, okay, so like should I like take insulin or should I just like try to work it out? Yeah, I don't know. This might sound dumb. Give me some advice. I don't really have one set way of trying to handle it. But yeah, here's my little quick video. I wanted to be able to put this out for you guys despite my super duper busy weekend. Give my Instagrams, Type Everyone, Callie on Campus, and Jada Crystal a follow for updates on Callie, diabetes, and college, and to be able to ask questions like this. I love talking about diabetes, so give it a follow. Ask me questions all the time. I'll answer them. I really would like some, you know, like, what do you guys want to see next? Do you want to see another diabetes related video? Do you want to see more like college videos? Do you want to see more of ECU? Because I know that when I was applying for colleges, I was like, where the heck are all the ECU videos? So I love ECU, and I love diabetes, and I love Callie. And we can talk about those three topics all the time. So feel free to leave suggestions. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.